The cards speak. Justice listens. Welcome to the unseen. Truth doesn't hide forever, not from the eyes that see. Spirits stir, clues awaken. Let the seeing begin. Behind every crime, a shadow speaks. I'm Lady Zelda. Welcome to Seeing Crime. Hello, my darlings, and welcome to Thursday, July 3rd, and it is about 2:32 p.m., so I'm not too late. Get it? Not 2:30. Okay, all right. I should have gone live at 2:27. That would have blown my mind. Anyway, how are you? Welcome to the House of Zelda, and especially to Seeing Crime, because that's exactly what we are seeing. Hello, hello, hello. I'm going to tell you, all right, my darlings, today I'm not wearing I just have my rings on. I'm not wearing a lot of jewelry. I'm just keeping the energy down because we're going to be doing something very special that I've never done on this channel before. I've never done on a channel before, period. And since you are my people and I've hit 10,000, thank you to you, I thought, well, why not bring you along and let you see how I investigate a particular crime scene, particular something or other. So with that being said, I'm going to put this banner up that basically says, these are my opinions only. I'm not law or medical. This is for entertainment purposes only. So if you know, you know. So there you go. And welcome to each and every one of you from coming in from all around the world. I just love it. Pardon me. This whole thing is getting better. The ear infection is getting better. Everything else. And thank you, Captain Harris. This is our captain of the mods. Okay, everyone, take a second and smash the like button and subscribe, please. Subscribe. That's the whole baby thing. So Feral Kitty says, did you see your gay Raj baby? I did. I put that out. And let me just tell you this. I don't know why Kelly Devers says garage. I think I got it. Garage. But that is weird as can be. So I thought that was so funny in that live stream. That was my first attempt at a baby Zelda. If you haven't seen it, it's there. I posted it yesterday. You can see it, and I know you guys will get a laugh because it's baby me talking through the live when y'all were trying to help me say garage, whatever, garage. So anyway, yeah, weird. And I think that's why I can't say it. Garage. There we are. So hello to each and every one of you. And of course, I don't know if you're going to be able to hear them or not, but the lawn people have shown up. Yay. Well, you know what? The lawn will be done. Garage. So anyway, garage. So there we go. I did create that. So yeah, there's a way, and I did it with my little old hands. The garage is not a Boston accent. I live here and have never heard it said that way. Well, I don't think that she wanted to be there to begin with. So she just wanted to make an impression, and that she did, didn't she? So let's move on. A couple of things. First of all, I want to thank True Oracle for being here. I love it. Because I want to also invite you, members only of True Oracle, this coming Sunday, July 6th. Can you believe that it is July 6th? July 6th, I will be reading your cards again. So if you can't make that one, I do it twice a month. The next one after that one will be Sunday the 13th. So Sunday the 6th at 2 p.m. Eastern, that's New York time for all of you that are out of the country. And then again on the 13th. And, oh, pardon me, we're going to do that. So there we are. So my darlings, I'm going to say, yeah, people just started machines outside my office. It sounds like lawn equipment too at the same time. Wow. Well, this one, I don't know what it is, but believe me, you'll know when you come through the front windows. But that's okay. We're going to power through. Because you know what? In the long run, I'm not going to be upset. It's going to be beautiful and manicured outside. What more could we want? So there we are. They have to have a job and they have to make their money too. So whatever time it is, time it is. All right. So back to the present. I'm bringing you along on a particular journey with me. Now, I've made a few little visuals for you so you can follow along, but I just want to give you an idea because this is the work. This is the work. And that's just a little tidbit of the beginning. What I'm going to show you is this. Pardon me, I have to take my shoes off, get grounded. What I'm going to show you is this. Let's pretend that someone, probably a 3-initial agent, or someone has called me, or an investigative officer, or a defense team, or even a prosecutor team, or someone in somewhat of a law capacity, authority, could be even medical to a certain degree, has called me, and I have done this before, have called me and said, Zelda, we need to dig deep. There's some missing links. There are some missing things. We need you to help us to get through. And that's what I've done. Now, what I've done here, I've not looked into. All I've done is read cards on it and the inhabitants of 34 Fairview and the surrounding people of 34 Fairview the night of the incident. So what I'm going to do with you, and you're going to love this, is I'm going to show you what I do, and I'm going to walk you through this. And believe me, there's so much more, and I can't even cover it because we would be live for 10 hours straight. And I know that you all would love it, but it does kind of sort of wear me out. So I'm going to ask you, and you know I don't ask you this, but because I know all of you are going to start really getting active in the chat. If you have a question, if you could please send me a super chat. That helps me. It helps the channel. I know, grifter. But I will read your super chats because when I start reading all of this, I get so behind and so distracted. Oh, and there's a little girl that broke free of the she's scared. This is Scooby. Let me put her in cat TV timeout. Thank you. Okay. So there we go. Now we have the energy on our side. Because as you know, they get a little boomed up over the energy. As you know. Okay. So when you all send things in, what I'm going to do is I'll probably start reading them about every 15 minutes or so. Okay. Because I want to show you all of this. You are going to be so intrigued. And you can hear. And I feel like I'm yelling. If I am, I apologize. You can probably hear. Okay. The first thing that I want to show you is this. And then we're going to get into, so hang with me, my darlings, because we're going to get in. This is just an introduction. We're going to get into some deep down. We're going to get into some deep down. So I've done a little bit of research, my darlings. And the research is this. Now, this is a part of my own system, and I call it the codex system, the Zelda codex. Yeah, I think that name was taken. Codex system. It's a Zelda codex alignment. Now, what is this all about? I'm going to show you. Here we go, my darlings. And you're welcome to take notes. You're welcome to copy the pictures. You're welcome to do anything. And believe me, and again, entertainment purposes only, because we're all so entertained. All right, so here we are. This first image that you're going to see is the meridian lines of Officer John O'Keefe at the time he was found on the front yard of 34 Fairview. You see a representation there. It's not accurate of the basement, but it shows the stairs and it shows the backyard for a reason. So, what are the meridian lines of the human body? The body is considered to be a part of the earth. And in Eastern medicine, the number 12 is primary meridians. So we have lines. You know, just like on a map, you see a longitude and a latitude line. There are meridian lines throughout our body. A heart meridian, which represents shock. The lungs, which represent grief. And stomach, which represents worry. So all of this is happening. And all of these meridian ley lines of John, I'm just going to say John, come out to, using my codex alignment system, come out to the organs, emotional, and elemental on the key across the sacred land. What is the sacred land? Well, it's the earth. Okay. So I'm looking at several things. So if you hear me talking about the meridian ley lines, the meridian body energy lines, that's exactly it. Because we're going to get into some stuff. So this is the next thing. This is the coordinates of the Albert House when they owned it. And that is latitude and longitude, and is the closest to where they found John's body to where I could get. So doing all my little numbery things, because believe me, I love numbers. If there's someone in here that used to help me in kindergarten with my math, well, that was a lesson, because now I'm a numbers girl. So at the bottom there, in case many of you do not see it, when the 843 vibration meets the 6th layer of the tenure, the fabric trembles. The redemption of silence is at hand. I'm going to let you know what that is, and I'm going to leave that up. During the Albert era, I'm going to call that like this, the Albert era at 34 Fairview, where I believe the crime was committed, in my opinion, and should have 3 crime scenes in this property. There should be a crime scene in the basement, in my opinion. There should be a crime scene in the garage, in my opinion. And there should be a crime scene on the front lawn, in my opinion, aside from having a crime scene and the sally port of the Canton Police Department in the garage of the sally port. The ownership of the Alberts, now this gets really kind of different. The ownership of the Alberts when they had this was from 1975 to 2023. They bought it shortly after it was built in 1974. Brian Albert took ownership as an adult in 2010. Now get this. He later transferred this property to his parents and his brother Tim. The family maintained deep attachments. And what does this mean? In my opinion, evidence shows a filled-in pool, a basement floor remodeling, and potential easement usage, all hinting at concealed intentions, in my opinion. So now we have this extended numerological vibration that goes with my codex system. And this means during the Albert presence. The current owners are not involved with this except being very cooperative. So amen and wonderful to them. We've already decoded the location, the core elements, which are 8, 4, and 3. And that comes from a lot of addition, a lot of subtraction, a lot of adding, multiplying, all this stuff. And it's based on a lot of different things. Now this overlaying the Albert family generational energy. Remember how we talked about generational curses? Well, this doesn't have anything to do with generational curse. It has everything to do with a generational energy. What is that energy that people pass on to that next generation of that family, in my opinion? The pool being filled in symbolizes energy transitions of water, emotion, and spirit. Being buried and solidified. Now, nothing was buried in there. They buried the pool. It makes a difference when you have a water element and you use earth to bury it. That means they had to drain the pool and then fill it in. They just didn't fill it in with the water in there. So the emotion and the spirit were buried, solidified earth, which is 4, the number 4 energy. The echo's original 4 vibration. And 4 in this particular situation means concealment. You can't make this stuff up. It means concealment. The basement remodel. Now, many of you seen all of these basement things that are coming out from our friend Nick Rocco of attorney Alan Jackson, who was in the basement in the garage. I'm not going to take the time to show those because I think you already seen them. They're all over the place. Twitter, YouTube, you all can go see those. I don't want to take that time because we've got a lot of ground to cover. The basement remodel. It suggests an attempt to erase or hide. Again, reinforcing the number 4, false structure, hidden levels. The 20-year tenure of how long they own the property amplifies the 9 vibration, an ancestral imprint, and finalization. Combine the presence, added a 6-year cycle of energy buildup. And you know what that leads to? It leads to the year of 2022, the moment there was a karmic release and the moment that there was a crime scene on their front lawn when they found Boston police officer Jonathan O'Keefe almost unalived on the front lawn. There's a lot of going on here with all these coordinates. And what I'm going to say is this. The codex, my codex, confirms the final resting point was not random, but placed. So the final resting point where John, his final resting point was on the front lawn of Fairview Road, although he was pronounced deceased at the hospital. This is the place he was finally before he went there. That's where we consider it. So it was not a random act. It was placed according to the numbers. Beside the upright flag closest to the layered soil of memory and secrecy, the coordinates resonate again with the number 4, the vibration of hidden foundations. This was meant to be concealed, hidden. Yet the land itself remembers. Just remember, my darlings, land remembers. Land remembers. Now we're going to get into a lot. Hang in there. You all may need to see this again. Okay? We're just now getting started. The tree's edge, the flag shadow were chosen. This is the prophecy from the codex. Okay, this is the prophecy of the codex. We can't change it. Numbers you cannot change. You cannot change. And I'll go over the remodels and all that other, okay? All right, so here we go. The Albert imprint, and that's what we're going to call it. The Albert imprint is woven into the soil, a veil of domestic normalcy masking deep foundation work. The pool was more than water. The basement was more than cement and carpet. This home, built in 1974 and hardened in 1975. What does it mean to be hardened? Well, finalized. Your cement needs to be hardened. Your pool needs to be hardened. So many things needs to be hardened. Your cement floors need to be hardened. Cement floor in the basement, cement floor in the garage. I can't even say it like that because it's just so ridiculous. Okay, I'm sorry. One long-held family secret awaiting for the karmic gate to open. This is karma. This is a karmic gate, my darlings. When 8, 4, and 3 vibration meets the 6th layer, just like I've said in this thing over here, okay? When it meets the 6th layer of their tenure, the fabric trembles. Words will fail. Words will fall. And that neither one can be concealed or ignored. At this, I just want you to know, you can listen to anyone and everything. Okay? You can do that. You can listen to everyone, everything, all of this sort of thing. Got it? They can make excuses all they want to about the basement floor and leaks and all this other stuff. They said that there was a water leak in the basement. Since when does a water leak in the basement have you tear up the cement unless there's a problem with the pipe? There's too many creative excuses. The redemption of silence is at hand. Speak carefully, but speak. It's coming, my darlings. It's coming. Got another one here. So when you take The date that it was listed, and I misspoke the other night and said November 13th. My mind was on Amityville. It was actually listed for sale on November 17th of 2022. It sold April 10th of 2023. The days on the market were 144 days. In numerology, it signifies a karmic period sealed within time. There's absolutely no way this will ever be erased. It doesn't matter. It is like Amityville. It does not matter what anybody does, says, nothing, 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 nothing. A karmic period sealed within time, a cycle held in stasis as souls are weighed, a house bound to an untold truth. I can tell you right now, that poor home, because I want you to know something. Homes are not built with a bad intention. When was the last time you ever saw a home built with a bad intention? Oh, gee, I'm a builder. I'm going to go build homes, but I'm going to build them so that when families move in, they have a horrible time. No, it just doesn't happen. When you build a home, it's an intensive intention to protect, to provide shelter, to provide safety. So the unfortunate part is the new owners are in a home that is vibrating very low because this is not healed. 144 days. The house was sold, but the spirit remained. What spirit? Well, it's not so much John's spirit, but the spirit of concealment, the spirit of unaliving, the spirit of hatching a plan. And we're going to get to that in a minute. Yet the veil mirrored the deed. The offering was placed on a death's estate in hopes that it would reset the clocks, but the bargain still echoes. You see, because they sold the home for $905,000, $50,000 under market value. What? Quick sale, boom. It was a fire sale, basically. They wanted to get out from under it. They wanted to sell it. They wanted to get rid of it. And I'm going to tell you this. No one ever, ever, ever will ever tell me that these people are so brave that they can walk away and not think of this. Because if they didn't do this, if they didn't take a part in this, my darlings, in my opinion, why you have a home for 20 years and all of a sudden you rehome your dog, you tear up the basement floor, you fill in the pool, and then you move. That's not sus, is it? Okay. The 144 is a sacred pattern. 144 is 12 times 12, and it creates a mystical square. I'm going to take this down. And if I'm yelling, please tell me, Zelda, calm. Here. This is what you do.
Shut.
Because these guys are right outside my window and I feel like I'm yelling. Okay, but I don't mean to. I just want y'all to hear. So, okay, let's get back to this magical square. In addition, in this ancient system of 144 is a number of ascended completion, suggesting something spiritual or karmic is trying to resolve itself. So anytime you have a 144 mystical square, and it can be a square of Solomon, and someday we'll talk about all that too, but I'm doing everything I can to not be distracted and keep on track, because part 2 of this, you guys are going to be just blowing away. And I do all, no matter what it is, if someone comes to me and says, here, this is the element of the case, I want you to find out. And all I need is what happened, who was involved, what their birthdays are, what the ley lines are, the address, And this is the kind of thing I come up with. The extra in this particular case is the fact that I know the case. I probably don't know it as well as many as you, but I know the case well enough to know that I know enough. So this is karma trying to resolve itself. Biblically, now this is where it gets really, ooh. Biblically, 144 is used in Revelation as a sealed group, those marked by a higher purpose. And if you want to call it anything, if you want to look in the Bible, 144, those people that are sealed as a particular group are called the elect. We're not going there. So in numerology, because let me back up, there is a 9 in the spiritual smoke. Let me show you this little thing. Here's another little visual for you. Here's another little visual. Now you all know that I'm just not your little tarot face sitting here twiddling my thumbs and wondering what I should be doing. Should I be making zucchini bread, going to Dairy Queen for something, or should I just be doing this? I think I'll just do this. But I would like a piece of zucchini bread. So the number 9 rises up, and it's a sacred number. The number 9, remember, is a completed number to 2022, and that's when they found John. Number 9 is a number of completion, a past life residue, and I can talk, ancestral reckoning. Its placement within swirling. Now, see, numbers can swirl. Why? It's energetic. Numbers can float, numbers can swirl. It is all frequency. Remember, you're going to see a little bit of frequency pretty soon. And here comes my lawn man. I'll wave at him. Even though he scares my kitties. Because I'm going to tell you, since he's standing out here and I feel like I'm yelling, my kitties all sit in the windowsill right beside here, and he'll come up here to blow there he is. And he'll come up here to blow all the grass and the goodies off of the sidewalk and away from my front door. One time, oops, I'm sorry, I hit that and I apologize. One time, he came up here and he took that big leaf blower thing and pointed it right at the window at my cats. And I'm going to tell you, I haven't moved that fast since 1978. I came up out of this chair. I opened up that front door, and I'm going to tell you, he's not doing it again. You don't scare my kitties because they're innocent. Okay, he's gone. And we're friends. We're friends now. He understands. Okay, so the number 9, back to the number 9. It's a placement within swirling spiritual smoke, symbolizing, get this, are you ready? The soul's energetic unrest. A soul's energy has unrest. A presence or a truth not yet resolved. Number 9 is the endings, but get this, my darlings, we are in the year of number 9, 2025. Reduces down numerologically to a number 9. That's an ending. 2026 is a new beginning. And remember what happened with Karen. Karen is all about the number 9. She was acquitted on the 18th. 1 and 8 is number 9. This is the 9th year. It gets all good, but I'm not digressing here. The number 9 reflects the soul's urge number of Nicole Loden. I'm going to say that again, just in case y'all didn't hear that. Now, there's a Nicole Loden, and we know her at True Oracle, but there is another Nicole Loden that is affiliated and associated with this. And I believe that her name is now Nicole Albert. It's not Nicole Loden. And it has a spiritual alignment with the case in unknown ways. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Nicole Albert comes up several times with Nicole Loden. I don't know why. And I'm going to dig into that. And I bet if when Nicole Loden is listening to this, she's going, what? I don't have, what? But Nicole Albert resonates with that number 9. And she also resonates with a Nicole Loden. And I don't know if Nicole Loden is from that area up there in Canton, Mass, or surrounding Dedham, Stodham, whatever. I can't find her. But she is associated with Nicole Albert. And it's spiritually aligned with this case in unknown ways. Holy, holy, holy. Yes, now Nicole Albert's maiden name is Weeks. That's correct. But there is a Nicole Loden. Now, I know my Nicole Loden, and it's not her, because I like, what? When I did this, I was like, ho, holy show holy. But it's definitely not her. So if you're listening, my darling, you don't have to worry. I'm going to tell you something. You see this antique key below here? Below Poe is sitting there, and then there's the house. The antique key, and that's why I'm always talking about the key. The antique key is a symbol of locked truth, buried timelines, and psychic access. The raven, who is Poe, is my totem. So I'm sending his energy up there to just kind of give me. Logan is probably, it is actually Loden, Lodan. Nicole Lodan. It's pronounced Loden, Lodan. So that's how it is. That's right. Nicole was the cleaner. Now, Loden could be a name of anything that she is associated with. But hang in there, because we're going to be doing more. I just have to give you this little preface here, so you know where I'm ending up to. And let me get some of this stuff out of the studio. So there we are. The stylized 34 Fairview Road, and I think the new owners have painted it, is rendered in shadow and quietly under dread. Now, I will tell you this. I do not believe that the new owners of 34 Fairview Road are affected in any way, except that they're probably PO'd. And I would be too. They spent that kind of money for this house, not knowing what happened there. And yet, look at all the attention that their poor home has gotten. Again, like Amityville Horror. Now, here is what's going on about 34 Fairview. The house holds a grid of karmic numbers, meaning when that house was built, the Alberts were the first owners, and there's nothing but karma around that house. Karma numerology. 11 cries for truth. The number 9 reveals what's unfinished. What's unfinished? Well, what's unfinished is the fact that this investigation, in fact, it's not even really ever started. That's why it's unfinished by some clowns at the police department, in my opinion. You see, my opinion only. The new people were not advised of what happened at that home. The Alberts moved out thinking that Karen Reed would be convicted and they could tickety boom on their little merry way. Well, you see this card? This ace of spades right here? That's telling us that ain't going to happen. There's unrest. And it's even coming more and more and more. Time for Trinky. Pardon me. Okay. So let's downtrack, my darlings. 11 cries for truth. 9 reveals what's unfinished. And the 144 seals the pattern. The key is ready. The raven waits. The moon shines full. And the house remembers. Now, my darlings, it is time for a demonstration. Now, this guy is still outside my window and he is distracting. And so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read some of your questions because I do see that some of you sent something in, and thank you so much for that. Joan E. is a brand new member. Bless you for being here. Thank you. Thank you. And I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Oh my goodness, you made it, my darling. Oh my goodness, became a YouTube member. Thank you. Thank you. And Jen, crazy cat lady, listen, ain't nothing crazy about being a cat lady. First month was a gift. This month I'm carrying on. Bless you and thank you for the renewal. And for those of you who sometimes have to think about, because you've been gifted memberships, check in. Sometimes Gmail will send you a little notification if your membership is due or not. So it's always good to re-up. And there is Jen, my darling. Thank you so much for your generosity. Super sticker for 3. Is that pounds? Maybe. I think. I know you'll tell me. And Rhonda, bless you. Help me, darling. Help me, darling. Rhonda, there, can't get you out of my mind. There you are, my darling. Thank you very much for your generosity. I appreciate each and every one of you because here we go. Okay. So now, EMM. Yeah, well, you depend on those people who are selling you the house. And I don't know anything about the new owners. So they bought it before this really started becoming public. So this happened in 2022 and they bought it shortly. It went on the market. I'm sorry. This happened. They put it on the market and they bought it the next April. So this really didn't become, I mean, it started getting some traction, but you know, the other thing, my darling, is what you do is you look to see if the house is, if it goes through an inspection, okay, if you have a real estate appraisal, if there's a problem with title, any of those things, that's what you look for. The realtor, I guess in Massachusetts, is not bound to disclose it. And she may not have even known. And there is PD, who promised he would be a good paranormal boy, walk through. I would too. Truth for Us, new member. Thank you so much, darling, for coming a new member. I appreciate you so much. Okay. There we go. falls on the neighbor home values. Yes, not nice. That's exactly right. Because when you buy something under market, it pulls the other homes down under market as well. Because what you do is, and look at this person walking through like he does own the place. I pay him rent. So give me a second. Paranormal PD is now attracted to the energy that is about being ready. Here he is. There he is. Look, oh, there's Paranormal PD. PD Pink Nose. He's going to go into the cat TV. Hello again. Hello. Okay, so let's see here. And it's very unfortunate. I feel bad for these new owners. It's extremely unfortunate that happens. Yeah, they don't like it. PD Pink Nose. PD the cute cat. Hi, handsome. Enjoy the birdies on TV. There's birdies and squirrels. And you've got a very good point. An expensive remodel and selling at a loss is quite sus. Now I want to talk to you here about something else. When anyone gets involved with this, and believe me, I have been involved with other cases. There's one in Texas that I was involved. And I'm just going to tell you, it involved an unaliving of a 12-year-old child by a neighbor who was very trusted, who was part of a bigger group. And he got the unaliving penalty, and it was carried out. And the DA's office hid some of the people because they were big in politics and they were big in the community. You can't tell me that this stuff doesn't happen. And during the interview where they had the McAlberts, and when Uncle Brian said, oh, well, if this were to happen, it would take 20 to 30 people. Conspiracy only takes 2. And conspiracy only takes 2. And you belong in a conspiracy sometimes when you don't even know it. And I'm going to use case in point, in my opinion, about Carrie Roberts. She was told basically what to say. She was told what the opinions were of this case. And she lied in front of a grand jury, believing what she was told. Okay, so we're going to take this from Dear V. What does it mean if Dawn adds up to 11 in numerology? Zelda, love you. Love you back, V. I don't know what you mean by if it doesn't add up to 11 or if it does add up to 11. I have the documents here. I can read to you that it adds up to 11 again, because I think you came in a little later. And I want to make sure that I got it right. Because it's all a part of this situation. 4 is a big number with this property. What is Dawn? There you go. The gardener sure is doing it right. I'd like to go out and tell him to please, but I cannot. He's doing his job. The number 11, if it doesn't add up to numerology, okay. Well, remember, I'm using my codex system. that I use for this type of cases before. So 11 in another, a numerology will mean maybe something else. But when you're looking at crime scenes and tying in different elements, meridian lines, longitude, latitude, spiritual, geometry, numerology, there's all kinds of different things. The number 11, because it will be different, the number 11 in this particular case, it means a moon sign in the clairvoyant, piercing, and the seeing of deception. So it means deceiving and clearing and deception. That's what it means. So there we go. Okay. Okay, well, if we could do me a favor, and we're not going to talk about other channels or anything now because I don't want to get that energy going here. And what I want to do is clear this energy the best that I can because I'm getting ready to give you a demonstration. And you guys are going to love it. It can mean anything. Date of birth, it can mean, but in this particular case, I use the elements of the home. It can mean the elements of the ley lines. Standing in front of a window. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, here we are. Because I don't consider myself a paranormal channel. I consider myself a tarot investigator, an energy investigator. Paranormal just happens to fall into it. So there we are. Okay, let me find my questions for today. And I've got this guy outside my window. He's just raking along. He's doing his job. All of this research, there's so much research that goes into all of these things. You guys are going to love this. I do need a little bit of quiet to be able to do this because I just do need to know. Oh, okay. Got it. So there is a lot of different things going on with a lot of different people. In this particular, they're not done yet. And I know people are saying, oh, I don't think justice is going to come for John. I'm going to tell you why I think that he will get justice. I'm not a lawyer. You can check in with our lawyer buddies, okay? I know from experience working with 3-letter agencies and other types of energies. I'm going to put it that way. So the reality of this is there's a moment in time when things can still be investigated. Things like basements, things like garages, garages. All of these things coming together. Why? Why do we think Alan Jackson? Why do we think these videos are being portrayed now? Two reasons. On a spiritual level, if we're seeing it, you know the bad actors are. And they're probably wiping out the back of their pants. And you can basically say, no, Lucinda, hold on. Lucinda, it is not illegal in some states. But the problem is legally, as far as an investigation is concerned, nothing happened in that house. So they wouldn't have to disclose it anyway, you see? So they can't sue. Okay. So it's, it anyway. Okay. So one of the reasons that they're showing all these things now, basement and the bulkhead and the garage, is because it'll mess with their minds. It's like we talked about yesterday, that spirit, and it can be a demonic spirit that comes to them, that is summoned. And it can be because of this person, because when you're doing a lot of crap like this person has done in the past, trying to manipulate the energies and all this sort of thing, eventually that type of thing will backfire on you. And what you put out will return to you. So I don't know. Okay. I don't know whose date of birth we're talking about here, but I can't get into all of that right now, my darling. Okay. So the fact that there has been this energy that has opened, bottom line, the house is sad. Energy from the house can actually frequency vibrationally come upon these people. You already know that they're bothered, because who were the first ones that jumped out and gave a statement? Why would you do that? You were just witnesses. Why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense. So what? Everybody has thought you were guilty since it happened. What makes the difference now? You're going to tell everybody that you're very disappointed because the jury believed that you actually made the 507 phone call in the morning, Jen? You're going to believe that? You're going to say that? So the reality is this. 2 reasons is because it messes with your mind. Messes with your mind. The second one is, I have seen where cases get prosecuted on circumstantial evidence when you have someone as an attorney who can finesse what it takes. Are these things circumstantial? Yes. Is this? Yes. Yes. That makes a huge difference. Because think of it. Whoever, let's just say Higgy as an example. I don't know, it's not fact. Whomever is pronounced, whomever has this attack of, oh my God. Because I'm going to tell you, if I were Higgy, I would be worried that these people were going to throw me under the bus. If any other agency got closer, I would be afraid of that. And say, well, you know what? It's so funny because Higgy just said that he went into the garage and You know what? I think Higgy was there, and I think he was parked across the street, wanting to watch John and wanting to watch Karen in. And I think that this one's job, why she said she was going to take Karen there to the house, was to keep Karen occupied so Higgy and Uncle Brian could tell John, hey, you know what your woman's been doing? You know what your woman's been doing? And then the perpetual started hitting the fan. I want these guys to be going. because this is something else. So here's the thing. We don't know if Higgy did anything. And do I think that he didn't? But I think he's a key witness. And I think he knows a heck of a lot. And that's why he is all but disappeared. But think about prosecuting circumstantial. Think about prosecuting. Think about that. Speculation. Nothing wrong with speculation. And I do want to say this. Do you know that those big stains in the garage were never tested? Not too late. They may have already been tested. It's not too late. There are pictures out there of someone holding up the flooring that was in the basement that looks like the puzzle piece. You know, you put those down in game rooms and weight rooms and everything else. And there were some big heavy duty stains underneath there. No, I think what you're hearing is because I can't hear my cats. They're scared to death. They're probably under my bed, but you can hear the guy out here. So well, okay. I want to clear something up as far as my codex is concerned. The house was the last place John was before he was declared dead at the hospital. That's the last, but that's how I count it. That's how I'm counting it. He passed away at the hospital, but he was starting to disconnect at the house. He was starting, nobody can lose that much fluid out of your body, 3 liters, and not start disconnecting. So that was the last place that he was at. Then transported to the hospital and was pronounced dead at the hospital. I think 7:59, 8 o'clock, something like that. So I think that's really what it is. It's the leaf blower. Cheers to you, leaf blower. I'm so sorry. If I would have known this, here he goes again, another round. Another round. So he could have been disconnecting. Then when you disconnect, then when it's over, the silver cord breaks and you're gone. Okay. Gotcha. So I've seen that too, misbehaving. So you're good. Saying that he would have disclosed it for selling the house. Yeah, no. They didn't. First of all, in Massachusetts, I have found out that a realtor doesn't have to disclose anything like that. Don't have to disclose it. There are some states that some states do have to. But think of it from a realtor standpoint. Are you going to take somebody out to a home like that and say, oh, before you sign on that dotted line, there's been a tragic unaliving here, and it's going to be and your house is going to be famous, and you're going to be famous, and people are going to sit outside and take pictures. You know, these people are going to go, sorry, and walk. I certainly would. I'm going to tell you what, I do not believe that there's going to be rest until this comes to a conclusion. It may not be the 3 initials that bring it again. It may be the defense team. And I just want to tell you this, and I've got to say that if Mrs. O'Keefe is watching, and any of the O'Keefe family is watching, I want you to take a minute, take a breath, and sit back and think, who is doing the investigation? If Karen really were responsible for this tragedy, Would her lawyers be out at this home trying to prove who really did do this? Would they be doing that? Maybe what you need to be doing, my darling, is you need to be supporting this to happen because it's your police department and your DA office at the Commonwealth that has failed. And the defense team is doing the work of those that should. It should be a Commonwealth private investigator along with the police department out doing this job. Yes, Karen does have it. And actually, it was Turtle Boy who was driving by 34 Fairview, who saw a carpet installer, called Alan Jackson. They called the carpet guy. They made an arrangement for the rug and, well, actually, it's the carpet to be stored. And Karen has been paying the storage on that carpet. We don't know what happened. That carpet was cut in squares, about like this, and rolled. I know because I saw a picture of it. And when I went back to to copy the pictures, they were taken down because somebody's getting scared. Okay, here we go. Silence. Silence is upon us. So what I would like to do for you today, my darlings, is I'm going to start with a spirit box. Then we will go with an EVP. Let's keep focused, okay? And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. This is the reason why we're here today. All of this information that I have given to you has been because of I want you to understand what is happening. What I have here, my darlings, is the floor plan of 34 Fairview Road. The only thing missing out of this is the garage. Garage. But we know where it is. So this is what I'm going to do. Let me get this set up. It's like a surgery here at the house of Zelda here. Okay, let me see. Now, here's what else I have. I have questions that I will be asking, but I'm not going to be asking the spirit box. I'm going to be asking my pendulum. And you're going to be seeing the pendulum, if you can hear me, you're going to be seeing the pendulum. Thank you about the baby AI. There we go. Okay, now let me do this. Well, why did you do that? Hello. That's as close as I can get it. Garage. This is as close as I can get it. I'm going to be asking the pendulum questions, and you see how you can see me using the pendulum, and it will be over this. And look at the pendulum. You can see I'm not even doing anything. Why is it swinging like this? Okay, hold on. Why is it swinging the way it is? You can see I'm not moving it. It's because there's energy. Why? Because this is the primary bedroom of Brian Albert. So we're going to mark this right here. Okay. This right here is the entryway. Sorry for my chicken scratch. Which means this, and they have, this is the main floor. This is the bottom floor. This is the basement right here. And then this would be here, my darlings, because there would be another doorway here. Here's a doorway that enters the home, comes in this way. And then here is the doorway to, and yes, my architectural drawing is wonderful. This is the garage. The garage. All we need is that word to pick up this energy. Now, my darlings, here we go. And somebody sent me a Venmo, and I want to thank you so much. And I need to plug this other phone in before we start the spirit box, because I can tell you right now, the energy is going to be drawing. We're going to be using the energy of my iPad. And this is what I wanted to show you. Just to give you an idea, I have found missing persons, missing objects, missing this, missing that, buried things. Sometimes it works though, and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And I just want you to know that. Now, all of these other rooms and everything else, I just want you to know that here are the stairs to the basement. Here and here. Just so you know that. Yes, and a mint in my purse. Jerry remembered that story. Thank you so much. Here we go. I need to plug this in before we start the spirit box. Now we're going to start a spirit box. Let me remove some of these things from the studio. Oh, before we get started, I am going to show you what my pendulum does. So I usually hold it. This is my pendulum. Now, in a pinch, I've used my ring. If I've been out on an investigation and if I have a necklace on, sometimes I wear a necklace because if I need a pendulum and I don't have mine, I take off the pendulum, I take off the next necklace and put it on my ring. So my yes motion, just so you can see this. All right, so what I do now, yeah, see it's swinging yes already. I'm not even started. Here we go. Hello, Pendy. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. We're tapping into the energy. Now, right now, Pendy is resting. We're going to ask him, and I have to move my arm. We're going to ask him, the pendulum, to please stop. Stop, pendulum, please. Okay, fair enough, because there's a lot of energy over this. Now, what I would do, pendulum, is I want you to demonstrate to our guests what your yes answer is. Please show me your yes answer. Please show me your yes answer. Here we go. Please show me your yes answer. So my yes answer with the pendulum, my darlings, is the clockwise motion. Okay. Thank you so much. Now I want you to show, thank you. I'm showing I'm showing that this is a neutral or a maybe. Okay. Now, pendulum, I want you to go from that over and demonstrate the no for us. What is the no position? No. Okay, no is counterclockwise. Thank you so much. Now, this is my resting position, and I have to rest my arm, so I'm going to try to hold it like this and see if we can work. Okay, pendulum. I want you to point, show our friends and guests, I want you to point to this area up at the top of the page. Please change directions and point to the top, swing toward the top of that page. Swing toward that, please. Please make it a more exaggerated swing so everyone can see. I don't think I'm holding it right. Let me show you. Because you're supposed to have your fingers down and I don't. Okay, let's try this again. You see this pendulum. Follow the energy of my finger at the top of the page and please swing toward that and exaggerate that for us, please, so we can see. Okay, thank you, Pendy. You may stop now. All right, so just to give you an idea, the entryways, this would be the driveway. And I know it's hard because we've got two other floor plans. But this would be the driveway because, see, this was the garage. Okay. These are the two entryways because over here, I believe, is the front door. And even though it's not really, oh no, here it is. Here's the front door. So these are two windows, and this is kind of a living room situation. These are doors, and this is a door going into either side. That's the way this looks here. Then this is Uncle Brian's bedroom. This is the basement. And then this is a bonus room off the basement. There we go. So now you go, my darlings. Here we go. I'm going to turn on the spirit box. Now, just so you know, we are grounded. Everyone is safe. You don't have to worry. There's no other garage. Oh, here we go again with this garage stuff. I can't say it that way because, well, I'm educated. Sorry, Kelly Devers. Okay. So here we go. Now, you're going to hear voices in the spirit box. You're going to hear other things going. Okay? Don't be alarmed. Don't be afraid. We're not going to run it that long. And I am going to be running doing some questions here. So here we go. Yes, another baby Zelda thing is probably coming. Here we are. Oops, pardon me. And let me add this to the stage. We don't need to see a big part of that because it's just a spirit box. You may hear it. Let me turn up the volume. Okay, here we go. Thank you for being here. Energy. We're tapping in. We're asking the energy of Officer John O'Keefe about January 29th of 2022. The questions that I have are as follows. Is 34 Fairview Road energetically open to me? Can you tell me, pendulum, is 34 Fairview Road energetically open to me? Is it energy? Is the energy open to me? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Here we go. All right, you may stop that now. Are there any energy or elemental interruptions right now that would interfere from outside energies at this time from us doing this work? Is there any interference from any outside or elemental? You see my hands moving because this. Okay. I don't know what was said, but we'll take a look. You may see my fingers moving a little bit because it's going to be natural that they do, because look at the pendulum. The answer with that is no. No. Thank you so much. Yeah, that was pretty wild, wasn't it? I can't do a playback. I cannot do any playback at that type of thing. No, the pool at 34 Fairview was not filled in. It was Tim Albert's pool that was filled in. Let me move my question. Okay, who are you and what are you wanting to say? If you're coming in like that, if you can talk and your energy is here, you can talk. Look at the ohms. This needle right here, this is my finger right here, dears. This needle, when the ohms go up, it's an EMF. It can actually vary, but when it comes up like this, we've got something. Now, I may be able to see what that says in a little while. Okay, give me a second here. Give me a second. Okay, here we go. We should be back at it again. Here we are. Okay, let me read these questions, my darlings. Good afternoon to everyone. Thank you so much. Is there a primary spirit, imprint, or residual energy present at 34 Fairview Road? Can you tell us, is there a spirit or element? Calm, calm, calm. Is there a primary spirit, imprint, or residual energy at 34 Fairview Road? The answer is yes. I'm going to do this. I'm going to move that. Okay, the answer was yes to that last question. I moved the blueprint so it was not confusing energy. Is there more than one presence tied to this location? Is there more than... The answer is yes. You may rest. Is a male energy tied to this property? Is there a... Is there a male energy tied to this property? I have to hold my arm. I'm not that agile anymore. Is there a male property? Male property. Is there a male energy tied to this property? Pendulum. Okay, let me ask another question. Is there a female energy tied to this property? Oh, I believe that John O'Keefe's energy is definitely there. The reason I believe that his spirit has moved on is because that's what the word says. The moment that the silver cord breaks, your spirit, your intellectual of the soul goes directly back to the creator. But I believe that John's energy is definitely there and will remain there. Okay, here we are. All right, Pendulum, I don't think you like these questions. So let me start with another one. Is the spirit that I am sensing tied to law enforcement, first responders, or to the justice system? Pendulum. The answer is yes. Yes. Is this present intellect and able to respond in real time? The answer is yes. Okay, you may rest. Is the year 2022 significant? I'm sorry, everybody. My hand is shaking because I'm trying to hold this up. Is the year 2022 significant to the activity here at 34 Fairview? Yes, it is. Here we go. Watch the needle on the spirit box. Thank you, Pendy. Please rest. So if you are able to respond in real time, I don't know what numerology you're doing, True Moon Show, but it's not connected to my numerology. Okay. Was this location active during the year of 20? Oh, let me start over, Pendy. Let me start over. Rest. Is the year 2022 significant? We've got that one. Was this location active during the early morning hours of January 29th of 2022? The answer is yes. You may rest. Was someone alive and in distress outside the... Anybody hear that? Anybody hear that? Watch the lights. When a voice comes through, these will light up on the sides. This is my finger here watching the spirit box. Okay, my darlings. You may rest. Was someone alive and in distress outside this home between 12:30 a.m. and 3 a.m.? Look at the energy. I wish you could feel, because I don't know if you can see, but the pendulum is moving between my two fingers. It's moving so hard. The energy. Okay. I have to keep adjusting. My apologies. Okay. You may rest, Pendy. Is there truth to the belief that someone was removed or moved to the scene of 34 Fairview Road? The answer is yes. Did the event occur at this property, or was it brought here after? So did the event of John O'Keefe occur at this property, or was it brought here after? That's two questions, Pendulum. Let me rephrase. Did the event occur at this property, meaning was Officer John O'Keefe assaulted at 34 Fairview Road? Okay, the answer is yes. Okay, you may rest. Was someone brought to the lawn after? Was someone brought to the lawn after the event at 34 Fairview Road? Okay, thank you. The answer is yes. You may rest now, Pendy. We'll see in a minute if that's being recorded, if the words are being recorded. There's definitely a lot of energy here because I just got a tap on my shoulder. Okay. Is the strongest energy coming from the front of the house? No, we're going to get this back. For those of you just coming in, please do me a favor, like, and I'd love to have you subscribe because it sure does help me. Sure does help me. Just to give those a little show here of this is the 3-level floor plan of 34 Fairview Road. This thing's getting ready to say something. And 34 Fairview Road, this is the main level. This is the basement. And this is the top floor. This is the main bedroom of Brian and Nicole Albert. This is the entryway. So this is the front door where we saw Jen go in. And this is the entry. Look at this pulling. Do you guys see this pulling toward the house? Look at this pulling this. This is the entryway. These are the stairs to the basement. We can do something with Idaho 4 because there's some things that bother me with Idaho 4. And I have questions. And those kids may just give us some answers. No disrespect to them or anything else. Okay. So since they did not include the single car garage that is in this floor plan, that right there is my architect, right? Hello. You can see I was not called in of the architect. But this would be the garage. And then this would be the driveway. Technically this, let me move this. Technically this down here, this is the front of the house. This would be the front lawn. So there we go. I'm going to tell you what, when somebody asks me to discern something, they get their money's worth. I charge for this because this is a lot of work. It takes me a long time And this is the first time I've done it with this because, hello. But I want to do it in front of you. All right, pendulum. Here we go. Here we go, my darlings. And Spirit Box, if you want to say something and chime in, please do. But we would like to have you give us intellectual responses because we can't hear and figure you out. Thank you. Here we are. Is there an energy vortex near the garage or the driveway? Pendulum, I want you to do me a favor. Do you see this pointing? I want you to do me a favor, and I want you to show us the energy vortex that would be anywhere in this home. Show us an energy vortex, please. Remain neutral until you catch that energy. Energy vortex, please. Where is the energy vortex? I'm going to start you over. Oh. Check this out. Look at this. Now, there's no way I can do this. Let me show you. Look at this. There's no wire in here. There's no nothing. It's this chain is very. So we're going to show this again. Please show us an energy vortex. I'm going to hold you over here and you do this. Can you repeat that, please? I didn't hear everything. Okay, look at this. Energy vortex. Look at this. Okay, as we get closer to the, I'm not even going to try to say it, the garage, the garage. It's over the garage, the energy vortex. Okay, what are you wanting to do? Take me where you want us to see. Pendy, show me where you want us to see. Oh, look at this. It is hovering over this garage. What can you tell us about the basement? So the energy vortex is in the garage. And my friends, look at it. It's starting to point. And it's stopping, doing all kinds of different things. I'm going to go over here. I want you to see what happens when I try to go over here. In fact, I'm going to turn it because if I show you another way, we're not going to see my hand. I'm going to hold it this way. This is the basement that you're over, pendulum. What can you tell us? And it stops. And it is shaking. So that means there's a lot of energy in that basement. Okay. So there's a lot of energy in that basement. All right, pendulum, while you're hanging around, here we are. I'm just going to say this. Is the backyard or wooded area carrying trauma, an imprint of energy? Let me turn this around. Okay, my darlings, the backyard would be back here. It would go around. And when we need to take a break, I'm going to show you the pictures of 34 Fairview. I have pictures of the interior for those of you who have not seen them yet. Okay, so here we are. Standing stones. Oh, my darling. I've put this everywhere and announced it for a couple of times. I'm glad you're here. Look at this. Okay, so this is swinging toward the back. This is swinging. Let me turn this around so you can see it. If I go like this, you can't see me. So this would be the backyard, my darlings. Is there an energy vortex? Is there energy of the backyard? That's me moving because I had to rest my elbow. I will tell you that because, debunking is real. Okay, so yes, there is. And the energy on the ohms, if you can, try to keep an eye on this needle because it goes way over. That means there is energy. Okay. Is the energy the strongest, pendulum? I know, I'm just going to let you go. Okay. Is the energy the strongest near the entrance or the main stairwell? Can you point to the entrance of the home or to the main stairwell? Can you point to the entrance of the home or to the main stairwell? Okay, it's not wanting to do it. It is pointing to the entrance. Let's go over here. Okay, so do you see it coming toward me? As in it is pushing. You see how it's pointing? Look at this. And it is pointing right over the garage. And there is the entry. I'm going to take this to the side now while I ask another. Look at this. Pointing to the garage. What are you pointing at, pendulum? Okay, so I'm going to do a little demonstration here. Pendulum, love your energy, mean it. This is the second floor. Can you tell us, did anything happen to Officer John O'Keefe on the second floor? Okay, my darlings, it keeps pushing. Doesn't want to leave, does it? Okay, let me go this. Did anything happen in this basement area? Okay, so that is yes. That is yes. That's the third floor. I'm just doing that as a demonstration here. So the pendulum doesn't look like it's stuck. Okay. Has anything happened on the main floor, Pendy? What has happened on the main floor? Did something happen here? Oh, okay. Look at how this is going. I wish you could feel the energy. Okay, so there's the entry. Look at it. It's showing us that it came in. This tells me, my darlings, that he came in through a garage door. So maybe when they gave their interview and maybe when they say they did not see him go in the house, maybe it was because he went into the garage. All right, let's ask. Is the swinging direction, Pendy, shifting in response to a presence near me right now? Oh my goodness. Okay, so we do have an energy presence here. Wow. Okay. So we have an energy presence near me right now. And oh my goodness. Hello. So in my opinion, it looks like he went through the garage. He probably went in through the house. They got him in the basement. And then he told me that in a remote view, he told me that he went back, that he was placed in a cold and very dark place. Okay? All right, you may stop now, Pendy. We get the picture. You may stop. Is someone being wrongly accused in connection with the events of this location? Was someone or is someone being wrongly accused? Boy, you just don't want to come off that garage, do you? Look at this. All right, Pendy. Is someone being wrongfully accused in connection with this? The answer is yes. Do the spirits, okay, you may rest, Pendy. Do the spirits tied to this place desire justice? Do the spirits tied to this place desire justice? Do the spirits of 34 Fairview want the truth to come out? And the answer is yes. Okay, you may stop now, my darling. See, I even call the Pendy, my darling. All right. Is Karen Reed innocent of what she is being accused of? She's still being accused. She's acquitted. But is she innocent? Is she innocent? The answer is yes. A resounding yes. All right, you may give me a second here. Yeah, it was Tim Alberts that filled in the pool. Sorry if I didn't make that clear. My apologies. It was another Albert. I don't know what this energy said. Okay. All right, let me ask this. Is the story being told by the media incomplete or altered? Let me readjust, okay? So I am moving. Is the story being told by the media unjust, incomplete, or being altered? The answer is yes. I'm going to move for all of you. I'm going to move and look. Do you see how that pulls? Look at how this pulls toward the garage. Now, there's absolutely no way that I can make that stand almost to the side by itself. Absolutely no way. And if I do it, look, I'm going to try to do it. Okay. Look, when I go the other way, it stops and pulls toward the garage. Okay. Is there more that will be revealed soon from within this very property at 34 Fairview Road? Will more be revealed from 34 Fairview Road? It almost comes to a standstill. 5 male DNA found on John's shoes. All right. Can you tell me, where did the socks that John O'Keefe was wearing in the hospital? Where were the socks that John O'Keefe was wearing in the hospital come from? Did they come from this house? Where did they come from? Where did the socks that John O'Keefe was wearing? I seem to hit a nerve. Where did the socks from John O'Keefe was wearing in the hospital? I think I heard the same thing, Kim. I think I heard they're not mine. Where did the socks that John O'Keefe wear in the hospital? Where did they come from? Look how it almost stands and pulls back. Look at this. We're getting there. We're getting to some questions, my darling. We're getting there. If you I know everybody's it's really trying to watch where everything is going. But if you can watch the needle, when the needle gets almost to the middle and the lights start lighting up, we're going to get a message. Okay. The reason I ask these questions that I wrote out are for many reasons. They establish opening the field of energy. They identify spiritual traffic. They uncover past events and echoes. It's because of energy sourcing and mapping. And then the truth confirmation layer. Now, let me ask you this, Pendy. Now that you're here, where did John O'Keefe hit his head? Show us where John O'Keefe hit his head. Where did John O'Keefe hit his head? Where did John O'Keefe hit his head? Where did John O'Keefe hit his head? I'm sorry, I moved. I don't want you think that I'm moving the pendulum. I think we're about to get another message from the spirit box. Where did Officer John O'Keefe hit his head? It looks like the basement, my darlings. That's what he told me. Can you tell us, was he moved to another area of 34 Fairview after he hit his head? Where was he moved after he hit his head? Did John remain in the basement? Sorry, guys, I'm moving. My arms getting weird. Okay. Let me see if I can, because when you use this, you have to be very specific. And I'm asking multiple questions within the multiple questions. So, where did John hit his head? What part of 34 Fairview did he hit his head? Can you tell us, Pendulum, did John O'Keefe get the injuries to his head from an SUV or a vehicle on the road? The answer is no. Rose, good question. What pulls the pendulum? It is a combination of all: energy, magnetic force, gravitational pull, and elemental and spiritual energy. It can also be John's energy. Can you tell us about your shoes? Did you take your shoes off when you went into the home at 34 Fairview Road? The answer is yes. Did someone else put socks on you? Did someone else put socks on you in 34 Fairview Road? Yes. Can you tell us, did they take you out of the bulkhead? Yes. Pendulum, can you ask Spirit, if was evidence destroyed in this home? Was evidence destroyed in this home? Look at this. Was evidence destroyed in this home? The answer is yes. That's me moving. After you became hurt, John, Pendulum, please tell us, after John became hurt, did they take him out through the bulkhead? See, it keeps pointing to the garage. So, garage. Can you tell us, John, energy, because I think that he went through the garage, then into the house, and that's where they saw him. Was it John's energy that showed me the remote view of what had happened to him? See, it keeps pointing to this garage. So, all right, Pendy, I want to ask you some questions now without this. Can you still answer my questions without the floor plan? Okay, please rest. Please rest. I'm going to take this away now. Please rest. And thank you. All right. Okay, my darlings. Give my hand a second to rest. Hello. Okay. I'm going to check this a second. I need to turn on this recorder, and I didn't before. I am so sorry. I don't know where this recorded. Okay, so that's fine. This is what else I'm going to do now. Give me a second. I'm going to change. Now you can hear the cats crying. Give me a second. We're going to turn on this other EVP. There we go. I'll back this up a little bit so you can see look at the frequency. This is an EVP app. I hope you're able to see there we go. Okay, Ruthie, thank you so much, my darling. I'll listen to it. Thank you, thank you. You may want to go back and listen to these, slow them up, slow them down. I don't know. All right, pendulum, here we go again. Got a little bit more work for you to do. Are you ready to respond to us? You use whatever pendulum works for you. I have all kinds of different pendulums. I have even stuck a pin in an eraser on a pencil and put a string on the end of a pin and used it. So nothing changes the energy. You don't have to do any. It just really works for you. Okay. So here we are. We're getting ready. And usually I just want you to know that when I pick up a pendulum, it starts swinging right away. Okay, here we are. Now, I use maps. If something is missing, someone is missing, there's a certain way that I do it where you use your finger and you work out ley lines, etc., etc. But okay, so here we are. No, you don't have to go outside to get to the garage. You could get from inside the garage into the house, into the family room, and that way. Because remember, Higgy said he saw somebody tall and dark, probably just when he came into the house. I have heard that my grandfather was a water witch. And I'm going to tell you, I think sometimes your makeshift pendulums are the best. Oh, don't be scared of dowsing rods. I'm going to tell you, sometimes these people that get on these apps and, are you pregnant? Are you not? My grandfather found a couple of wells. They were looking for water wells on a couple of farms that they had back in the day. So Grandpa was very good at this. This is where I got it. But he would use a willow branch. They call him a water witch. I don't know if I like that word or not, but he would use a willow branch. In a pinch, I have used a wire hanger, only one. You only need one. I have dowsing rods, but I don't use them because they're very hard to control. Grab. All right, what is grab? Did someone grab you? Did someone grab you? Here's the energy. Let's take a look. So when you went into 34 Fairview, you're going to tell us that you were grabbed. Is that right? Were you grabbed? Were you grabbed? Yeah, I stay away from Ouija boards. That's something I won't do it. I do have dowsing rods. Do I like them? No, you can't control them. This you can control. Okay, So it looks like you're getting ready to have another word. You may rest, Pendy, until there's another word. So it looks like John was grabbed when he went into the house. Continuous. Were you grabbed continuously by many people? Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Mary Frances, hello, my darling. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Oh, look at this energy. Wow. And look at the frequency. Well, yes, my grandfather did find a well. But well, are you well now? What is the well about? Well, we could do like President Reagan. Well, oh, did you tell us everything about the house that you wanted us to know? No, you didn't tell us everything. Is there more? Is there more to tell us? Is there more to tell us about 34 Fairview? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. Okay. What else? Can you show it through the spirit box? What else you would like to show us? What else do you want us to show? What else do you want us to show us? Do I need the floor plan again? Yes. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Somebody just asked me for my Venmo, and I am going to put it up there. Pardon me. Oh, my hand is like, hello. My mom used to get so mad because, I was snarky imagine that, me being snarky when I was growing up. Indicate, okay, I got it right here. And I would, hold on to something and I'd say, Mom, my hand hurts so bad. And she said, well, you and just pray about it. And I would go, oh God, make my hand like the other. Oh no. And my mom would get so mad. So sorry, I hit the microphone. It was Steamy General. Steamy, are you talking about an attorney general? Are you talking about it was steamy procedure? So was that an attorney general? John, okay, so we're back here on the floor plan of 34 Fairview. Okay. What do you want us to look? It just keeps going. I'm going to go over here. Look how this pendulum, look how it just goes right toward this area that would be where you would park your car, although they say that they never used it. John, can you tell us, or spirit energy, can you tell us of that stain that is in the garage? Does that belong to you? Was that a cover-up? Let me say it that way. Was that a cover-up? Was the stain in the garage a cover-up? Oh, the Venmo. Sorry. Yes. Hello. Hello. I can tell the future and manipulate energy to a certain degree, but I can't remember. Put my Venmo up. Thank you so much. Hello. There we go. As long as it doesn't cover everything. Thank you, my darlings. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Don't forget, the basement floor was a few feet away from the door. That's right. Olympic. So, okay. Give me a second, my darlings. You can hear a kitty because they don't want to be away from the energy. Here we go. Remove. What Olympic? What is Olympic? Olympic paint. Could it be Olympic paint? Very good. Olympic paint tag. Is there still a tag there at 34 Fairview for the paint? Is it for the floor? Look, this pendulum just doesn't want to leave this whole area alone. Actually, was it a paint primer? Was that they put over the garage, was that a paint primer? Shark. Rebecca. Who's Rebecca? Shark. Who's the shark? I want to know who Nicole Lodan, Lodan, is. It's not my Nicole Loden. It is another handful. Rebecca. Who is Rebecca is a handful. I think it was some type of primer, thinking maybe that they were going to you know what's really crazy? To the best of my knowledge, it was not tested yet. Korean. It just won't leave this garage alone. Yeah, it was some type of primer, sealer, something. No, I have primer that is dark. I've used primer that's been a rust colored before. Depends on the paint. I mean, outside primer can be dark. I've used black primer. Okay, so the pendulum, we're going to take it over here for a second and just kind of calm the I want you to see do you see how this changes direction as I pull this away? It keeps pulling toward the garage. And look, as I pull it away, it points right toward there. And there's absolutely, I don't have magnet under here. There's no way, nothing. Highway. Okay. Someone just sent me a Venmo, and I want to thank you so much for your generosity. Ella, I got to tell you, Venmos are preferred. Cash App are preferred because our To-Be friend takes out 30%. So thank you so much. That's very kind, and I appreciate you. Who is Ella? So we have a Rebecca. I think she was Chinese, wasn't she? The Asian house? I don't know. I was thinking that, what's her name? Annie Chung? Okay, so what can you tell us? I'm going to take this pendulum because you don't want to talk. Okay, so you don't have to yell at me. Okay. Did anyone see, and was there a witness to any of this? Was there a witness to any of this? The answer is yes. Okay, you may rest. Did you Have they not come for? They have not come forward automatically. Okay, so is this a female that witnessed this? Why is my thumb moving? Okay, I'll put my thumb down like this. And I'll do it this way. You can see. Does anyone have okay. So it's not a female. Is it a male? You may stop now, Pendy. You may stop now. Well, first of all, my hand gets a little tired doing it like this. But, okay. No, okay, you may rest now. Is it a male? The answer is yes. You may. Oh, and it's just stopped. It's now neutral. Okay, let me move my hand again. It's kind of hard. You're supposed to keep your hand like this. And it's kind of hard to show it on camera. Yeah, the cats want, look at it swinging. The cats want, okay, so let's do it like this for a minute. I don't know if you can see it swinging. It is going in a clockwise motion. There's supposed to be a door from that, but I don't know. Okay, you may hit neutral. Please do me a favor, pendulum. Tell us, was Chloe there? Was Chloe there? Was Chloe in there? Let me rest my elbow. See, okay, let me see if I can hold it this way. Was Chloe there? That is a yes. And I am going to move a little bit. I mean, for those of you now, I'm alive. All right. And did Chloe, rest please, pendulum. Did Chloe bite John? Did Chloe bite John? That is a yes. Okay, so let me do this. Let me see if I can't raise this camera up just a little bit. Hello. That might help a little bit. There we go. That helps. Okay. Levy. Josh Levy? Are you, oh, let me get in camera. Hello. Are you talking about Josh Levy? Crime, distinguished. Distinguish. Not distinguished, sorry. Perfect angle. Okay, my darlings, let me see. Let me make sure. Okay. Wow. So Levy, who's Henry is Hank. Hank, crime, Hank. Okay, yes. Look at this energy. I'll tell you what, I just love you guys because I get to just sit here and do this, right? Hello. Look at the energy, my darlings. Look at the energy. Sub. Yes, please subscribe. Let me try to move my hand again. There we go. Henry, I think he bad. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you guys. He bad. Yeah, we know he bad. Oh my gosh. Sorry. He was sub to prosecutor. Who is Henry? Hank Brennan. He was a sub for Lolly. He bad. See, even the spirit has a sense of humor. He bad. Yes. That's Scooby crying like she's got food, water, everything, cat TV. We know, John. Okay, touch. All right, what else? Cole. Who is Cole? Cole. Tell us who Nicole Lodan is. Lodan. Who is Cole? Yeah, I moved here. Cole short for colon? I don't know. Coco? I don't know. Could be. Funky Cole Medina? Okay. Probably Nicole. Do you mean Nicole? I don't know about you guys, but I'd like to hear about this spirit box again. I'd like to hear another spirit box. I wish that would have recorded, and it didn't. Yes, Colin, the high school kid. See this, and I just moved. This, okay, start over, rest. Now, are you still here and going to give us information? This cat is about ready to put me in the rubber room, and she knows it. Can you please go in and soothe Scooby so she's quiet? Please go in and soothe her so she is quiet. Will you please do that? Please do that so she will be quiet. She wants to be out here with you. Will you please soothe her? Thank you. Disclose. Thank you for doing that. Oh, I'm sorry, hippie chick. Okay. Question. And I have to rest my arm a second. Disclose. Was Chloe the German Shepherd unalived after this attack? The answer is yes. Pardon me. Yeah, that is Alan Distinguished. Yep. Okay. I am moving. Okay. Stop. So Chloe was unalived. Yes. Okay. You may please go in there and soothe her energy. Okay. So can you tell us, is Chloe still on the property of 34 Fairview Road? No. No, in a big way, because so when it goes big like this, it means an emphatic no, and also could mean, I know, isn't it sad? It's not Chloe's fault. Look, Chloe was a mean dog, but who made her that way? Okay, my darlings. It said she was unalived, AD. Says she was unalive. She's no longer. Is Chloe still alive? Is Chloe the German Shepherd still alive? No. Poor Chloe. Okay. So we're going to rest now for a minute. I've got to rest my arms. I'm going to show you guys something else. And this is for all of you who have not seen this. We're going to let this go. This is for all of you who have not seen this. We're going to take this cam down. And I would like to show you. That's okay, AD. I know you're busy too. I want to share this. Share the screen. For those of you who have never seen this, these, I'm letting this run. These are the inside pictures of 34 Fairview Road. It gives you an idea of what it looks like. They are still posted in several realtor places. We're going to click on this. Of course, we see this outside of the house, and you see there is the door that goes into the one room and then the door that goes into the garage. Someone told me it was a single car garage. Look, plot. Look at this word right here, plot. A plot of land, or they could have plotted this crime. And here is, that's better. You can see it better that way, I think. Let me see. Yes. Okay. Plot of land. Oh, you can't see. Let me stop that a second. You can't see what's going on here on the side. I don't think. Let me see. Could you see that? I just want to make sure everybody can see. Okay, you can. Inmate. Yeah, equal parts. Look at this. Hercules, stronger than any mountain. Hercules. With the strength of 10 ordinary men. Hercules. Okay, enough, Zelda. All right, there is the outdoor of 34 Fairview. There is the inside. You see the stairs going up. I've tried to zoom into that portrait right there on that little hallway table, and it gets distorted. There is the living room. And I know you've seen these pictures because these are what microdots used in some of his films or some of his videos. 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom, 2,366 square feet. Not a little bungalow. There is the outside sliding glass doors. There's the kitchen. And look, look above the windows. Look above the windows where it says family. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's spelled out family. That just makes me want to bring up. Then another view of the kitchen. Welcome to Zelda's Real Estate Hour. Look at, I want you to know something. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a little wooden box on the back of that stool or back of the toilet, and it says nice butt. B-U-T-T. Nice butt. Is that where they butt dialed? We had butt on, yeah, that's class, right? Isn't it? They had butt on, we had butt on an EMF. What do we have now? Heat. Okay. Heat, we're looking at that. Then there is the laundry room. I'm sorry, I'm nosy. I always look in people's like baskets and that sort of thing. They looks like they got TP and all kinds of things in there. Nice. And then there is, it looks like would be the primary bedroom. So that window on the right would be the window that they said. I believe that's the primary. They usually put the primary first. That is not the primary. Let me go back. Yeah. Guest room looks like maybe somebody else's room, kids' room. There's somebody else's room. Another bathroom. There's the basement. That's what the basement looks like before they tore the carpet out. That is the decoration from Brian Albert. That's not the past owner, the owner that bought it. This is their listing that they had it when they listed it for sale. He was next to the window, not in the back. They may have moved the bed. This is part of the basement. This is definitely part of the basement. Committee is the next word up. There is the weight room. And I saw someone was holding up one of these little puzzle pieces there, and there was a mess underneath it. I tried to find that picture and I can't find it. Now there's the back of 34 Fairview with the pool. But I want you to look under that far tree. There is a wee little dog box. Is that where they expected Chloe to live? I can tell you this right now. Those cold winters that they have in Massachusetts, that they're going to put a dog out in a dog box, please tell me that I'd be mean too. I'd want to rip somebody off too if I was a dog and had to be out there in that little dog box in the cold. Please tell me that ain't so. George. Victoria George? Who's George?
George of the Jungle. Who's George? And then there's that. And then, of course, there's the pool. And, of course, those are. So I wanted to share that with you, my darlings. So there we are. So George. Committee means select committee. What's the EVP say? George. It says George. There we go. Made it a little bigger for you. George is my grandpa. Aw. Landscaping is hard. Yeah, something off. And for those of you coming in, before you will want to go back to the beginning of this and watch the breakdown of all the codex and all the numerology associated with this house. I didn't even tell you everything. There's page after page after page after page after page. And we only touched a little bit. Look at this cruise. So it could have been Victoria George. Wasn't that her name? Pardon me. Wasn't that her name? Let me check something. Oh my goodness. I want to check the time here. I got to make sure that I know what time I'm signing into the psychic line. We've been here for a minute, haven't we? We sure have. Because I got to sign in. I got to work one of these centuries, and I've got other things I need to do. But this, okay. So this, my darlings, I'm just going to tell you. Okay, I'm safe. So this, my darlings, I am going to tell you. This is, well, it wasn't considered Noah built an ark. It wasn't considered a crime scene. Hi, Mercury stars. Thank you so much for that moon, because we are getting ready for this new moon. And you know what that means? Who has a rice jar? Who has a rice jar? Time to put your rice jars out in the moon. And even if it is storming, even if any of these things, the moon is out now. We sometimes just don't see it. But even if it's storming or whatever, still put it out. This still gets the rays of the moon. Thank you, Mercury stars, for telling us this. Rice jars. Amazing. So before we leave, my darlings, we're going to leave that go. I'm going to use the cards. I heard that, and I did not do that because I'm picking up my cards. I don't have my sound on. Anybody else hear the church bell? I sure did. Something's trying to get our attention, isn't it? Rice jar attracts, my darling. Rice jar attracts. Manifestation Mondays. A rice rock. The rock on the lawn at 34 Fairview. Hello. 34, did you hear the gong? I didn't do the gong. Thank you, my darlings. Thank you, my darlings. Okay, we're going to put this up here again. So you can, I didn't even know that could do that. I can tell the future, but I can't run StreamYard. Exciting. Light. Okay. Run to the light, Carol Ann. The rock on 34 Fairview. I have the House of Zelda deck we're going to use. And I have the tarot. We're going to get just a few little cards. And here we go. And by the way, I just want to tell you something. I did a little reading after we went off of our live last night. I'm going to give you a little prediction that I had about P. Diddy Combs. P. Sean Diddy, whatever his name is, Combs. I watched, because you beautiful people here said that he had, did not get bail. I watched that. I put the rice jar out every full moon and every new moon and let it get the light. William. Okay, I'm going to let that go. I'm going to tell you what I came up with. I saw the energy of the judge because I watched it. I saw the energy of the judge when he said, "Oh, I bet you would like to go home." Basically paraphrasing. "I bet you'd like to get out of this joint, wouldn't you, Mr. Whatever your name is, Diddy Doe." And Bill Reed or William Farwell. Okay, I don't want to get off track here. And he says, Combs says, yes. He is. Just give me a second here. He is. So they broke for lunch, and the whole energy changed when they came back. He offered them an additional $1 million in bail to go home. And I can tell you what probably happened during lunch for that judge. Do not release him. Okay. From what I saw, the judge most likely got some type of communication that basically said, don't release him. He has a sentencing of October 3rd. The judge shut that down pretty quickly. And I'm going to tell you to watch for two things. They are probably trying to come up with additional charges. This time they overcharged him. I even said, Rico ain't cutting the mustard. It's not cutting it. This guy needs to be locked up. Even though he is a first-time offender, he only got caught the first time. You say that. So let me tell you this. There is a very high chance that there will be additional charges brought to him while he is awaiting sentencing. Casualty. There will be additional. That's what I'm seeing. When something like that happens, in all of my experience, they want to hold on to somebody. It's either going to be that, or he could at least get 10 years, even though he is a first-time offender. Correct. Yep. So, pardon me. So there could be more charges come. That's not fact now. That's from these guys. And I trust these guys. But he could get 10 years maximum for each count. However, if they bring additional charges to him, then he could definitely get more. And they're probably going back to the drawing board and waiting for another week or so. I know that is a consideration. Whether they do it or not, I don't know. So there we are, my darlings. And look, here comes the sun. Now the sun comes out as a bridge. The bridge, I'm so sorry, everybody. Okay, so the bridge is coming out. Rec is still on the thing there. Yes, there could be a new trial if they bring additional charges. There could be a new trial and it could start all over again. They could make this guy's life miserable. We can only hope, in my opinion. All right, my darlings, here we are. It's no longer the pendulum camera, so please forget about that. But we will put the pendulum here. All right, now let's focus back on the cards. I would like to confirm the Sun card came out as a bridge. What happens before you go across the bridge? What's going on now before? Tell us. We're asking the energy of John O'Keefe. What happens before the energy? Yeah, Kohlberger, we're going to talk about another time. I'm just going to say this. I believe he was involved, but I have difficulty understanding how he could get out of his car, go in a home, unalive 4 people, navigate through this house between 9 and 13 minutes, and make it back to his car. I have some unanswered questions. And usually in this type of case, they make someone, when you take a plea deal, they want to know, how did you do it? Where did this? None of that happened. Nothing. It's almost as though, yeah, the facts do not make sense. Do I believe he was involved? Yes. Do I believe there were others involved? Absolutely, yes. Do I feel that he was kind of used? Yes. And that is a bunny trail we can go down. You know, I don't like to say rabbit hole. So that's a bunny trail we can go down somewhere. Okay, now back to the present, back to the present, back to the present. So I'm not sticking up for him, but I got to tell you something. I agree with Mr. Gonsalves. There should be heavily. There should be details that we are missing. They got little details, but there was also someone on the 911 call that didn't make sense. Okay, here we go. Back to the present. What? I agree. Okay. This is the card before going across the bridge. This card represents Karen. She's the Queen of Cups. She's the queen of the investigation right now. I truly believe of all those people, she is the one who is fighting the most for John O'Keefe, not his family. They are fighting her with a civil suit. Also, the Queen of Cups is the same as the Queen of Hearts. She is a water sign. Karen is a February Pisces. Very empathic, just like our little friend, Laura Alessi. This is all about memories. And this is why I'm saying she can be the moon or she can be this card, but there's a reason she's this card. Let me show you without drawing on my cards. You see all these pebbles down here? The pebbles in this particular tarot card mean that there is memories. All water in the tarot come from the High Priestess robes. This urn holds the souls, the soul memory of all those that she loves and cares for. So she is concentrating on the emotional part of this and also the memories, because she's not done answering questions. Depositions will start probably next year. So there we are. So now we see that she's going to use this sun card as a bridge. What is she crossing the bridge to this? What is she crossing the bridge to? What is she, what? You listen, anything silly, I just want you to know, if you're out there, I love you. Anything silly, look at this. Hold on. Ready?
What?
Did you see that?
What?
What? It says it mutes the mic. Remarkable. But I'm saying what? Okay, so here we are. What is Karen crossing the bridge to? What is Karen crossing the bridge to? What is Karen crossing the bridge to? A happy home. 1111, fire element. You see the celebration there? She's crossing this. So do me a favor. I want to, look, this card came out quickly. I was going to say I want to confirm, I want to qualify this sun card. This is basically telling us Laura Alessi, who we had on our channel last Saturday night, is a February Pisces and very empathic. This is very interesting. Let me get out my little pen again. This is telling us why the sun is a bridge, because she needs the help. We've got a moon here, but do you see that white dot above the blindfold? The white dot above the blindfold, that just technically means 80. Okay, that means that there is, her third eye is opening. Third eye is opening. Third eye. This also means, you see, there are two swords almost going off the frame of the card. Another water, but crossing the energy as protection, quilt. Okay, crossing the energy as protection. That's right. Sun is a disinfectant. It purifies. It makes things grow. But right now she's being held back. Justice wants to blindfold her. Justice wants to blindfold her. This isn't guilt. It's far from guilt. This is a card which means that you've got to navigate a direction, because these are double-edged swords. They cut both ways. They can cut and heal, or they can dismember. So I want to qualify that Two of Swords. Two of Swords. Want to qualify that. Two of Swords. There is the Knight of Cups. Lots of water energy here. This Knight of Cups is coming through and saying, look, don't worry. Everything is going to be revealed. There is a cup of peace that is going to come with this happy home card. All this emotion is not spent in vain. You see, this horse, he's in action. All the horses in lead, okay? So all the horses in the tarot are action-oriented. And he's kind of taking his time. So this is telling, and see the water flow? So this is kind of telling us, sort of, kind of, my darlings, that it's going to be a while. It's not going to be. I've been involved in cases that can take 5-10 years. They wanted a plan. They incubated a plan. Let's get out the House of Zelda. Let's get out the House of Zelda. Give us a final message. Final message, House of Zelda. Final message, my darlings. Final message. Well, that hit my thumb. Sorry. Don't count. Thumb readings don't count. What is this? Okay. There still is a pathway ahead. There's still going to be a pathway. There's still going to be all kinds of different good things ahead. There's still a pathway. It will be lit in the dark. Navigating, see what a lighthouse does? Navigate through the darkness into a new pathway. Wealth and abundance, we already know that. It comes out for her constantly. She's got the book deal. She's got a movie deal. Next, most likely, is Netflix. A woman, and that is Karen. On the bottom of the deck, abandoned. She was abandoned, except for those who are close to her. And John, in my opinion, was abandoned as well. Everyone in his family, everyone around him was so focused on making sure that Karen was held responsible that they just abandoned it. They're willing to let it go. How could you listen? If this were my son, I would be there tearing up the lawn with my bare hands. And anyone else who caused this, pardon me, just my opinion. So my darlings, everything is well. I'm going to close this off. I don't know if I can find out what those words said in the last word says Sophia. Don't know Sophia. But okay. So I don't know. Donation. Donation. Who is Sophia that needs a donation? Who needs a donation? 288 people watching. I have 328 on my side and 25 on the fate and fortune side. So there you go. Time goes fast in the House of Zelda. Donation, my darlings, donation. Okay, so there we are again. All right, I'm going to shut that down. I've shut this down. I'm going to shut this down, remove it from the stage. Remove, hello. Remove, Zelda, thank you. You don't want to show your nasty desk. So, my darlings, I think it's been a very wonderful day. I think we've had a lot of production, a lot of progress. What happened? I'm going to tell you, I'm thrilled to take you along with me in the very, very short investigation. I'm not going to quit with this. I can tell you this right now. These are part of my notes. I will continue on, and I'm just going to continue asking, continue working on. I'm just going to be continuing. Boom, boom. First time you've been along with me. First time I've done this. And you know what? I think it was pretty successful. And I really appreciate you. Pendy and I both, we appreciate you. I like it. I don't want to get out the dowsing rods because, well, the camera angles aren't good enough. And hello. I think we accomplished a lot with the pendulum. So, my darlings, announcements. Saturday, maybe we'll do an hour and a half. I don't want to be too long because Dr. Turtleboy has attorney AJ Allen Jackson on his show Saturday night at 9 p.m. We certainly do not want to miss that. We are going to see more information come out. We are going to see more things come out. And I just have a message for the bad actors. If you are watching, there's more to this than meets the eye. I believe the truth will come out, and you still have the ability to do the right thing. But if you don't, I don't have to guess, because in my opinion, you will be haunted. And I don't necessarily mean ghostly haunted, although that would be perfect in my eyes. I mean haunted by memory, haunted by facts. And I just have to let you know this. If you are watching bad actors, the spirits are coming for you. And so is the justice system. It's not ended, nor will it ever. All we have to do is sit and wait. And we have plenty of time to sit and wait for you to come to justice. So all you have to do is just sit and wait and then trip. Because you will be caught. And there's nothing you can do about it. I want to thank you, my darlings, for being here. Don't forget Sunday. So Saturday night, we're going to start at 7 p.m. here because I am working. 7 p.m. Then I'm going to tell you a little something really exciting here pretty quick. So 7 p.m. and then Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern, members only live on True Oracle. I will be reading your cards, my darlings. So you want to race over there. If you don't have a membership now on True Oracle, race over there. The link is in the description for the True Oracle side. And we will read your cards over there. The exciting thing that I'm doing now is I'm working on another master's degree. And I have enough credits. I'm working on this part because I'm self-paying. I'm not getting any loans. I'm not doing any of that because I don't want to. And then after that, there's enough that I have banked that I will be getting a dual doctorate. And then I will have that doctorate of metaphysical and theology. And all I have to do is submit my dissertation of 10,000 words. And I may share it to you after it is accepted. So once that happened, there's a lot of good things that's going to happen as well. So there we are, my darlings. Thank you so much for being here. Please do me a favor, like, subscribe on your way out. And I have another little outro for you. I think you're really going to love. But thank you so much, my darlings, for everything. Thank you for the Venmos. Thank you for your support in this. And I'm going to see you again. And for those of you in the United States, you're celebrating the 4th of July. Keep your little sweethearts safe. They get scared, all that stuff. Keep a little, make sure they're safe. And be safe this weekend. Have good things to eat. Enjoy your family. Enjoy a good movie. Enjoy everything because, oh, baby, baby, baby. Things are going to be very good coming forward. So Sunday, True Oracle. Monday, let me start over again. We have Manifestation Monday at 7 p.m. on True Oracle as well. We're busy. We're busy. Got to get over there. Got to get your rice jars for this weekend, my darlings. Got to get your rice jars. So hang with me. Will you do that for me? Because I have another little outro I made. It's just a silly one. But I figured you'd hung with me enough and long enough today. And I love being here with you. Oh, wait a minute. Hello. Laura is a new member. Thank you so much, Laura. Let me see if I made sure I got everyone over here. I'm pretty sure I did. So thank you for your support, for everything that you do. And I'm so glad that I'm here with you. I'm so glad that you enjoy this because I enjoy bringing it to you. So for each and every one of you, I love you. Be well. Have a wonderful 4th of July, no matter where you are. And I'll see you again on Saturday, but you'll be hearing from me tomorrow, I'm sure. So love you bunches, and I really mean it. So hang in there, my darlings. And here comes this little silly outro, but it's made just for you. Have a good one, everyone, and thanks so much for being here. Bye for now.